Hello students, how are you all? In last class you learned adsorption and mechanism of adsorption. But today's topic is types of adsorption. There are mainly two types of absorption of gases on solids. They are, the first one is physical adsorption, the second one is chemical adsorption. First let us write them. The first one is physical adsorption. Physical adsorption. The second one is chemical adsorption. Chemical adsorption. Adsorption of gas on solid, mainly two types. One is physical adsorption and the second one is chemical adsorption. First let us discuss physical adsorption. The physical adsorption is defined as if accumulation of gas on the surface of solids occur on account of weak van der Waals force, the absorption is termed as physical adsorption. What is the meaning of this statement? Let us understand by taking an example. I am taking a closed vessel. This is a closed vessel containing activated charcoal. So this is containing charcoal. Contains charcoal. This vessel we are filling with gases like hydrogen, oxygen, or you can take chlorine gas, or you can take any gas like CO2 or SO2 or NH3, etc. So you can take any gases. So these are the gas molecules. So charcoal is a solid. Charcoal is a solid form. So the accumulation of gases, these gas molecules will get adsorbed on the surface of the charcoal. So accumulation of these gas molecules on the surface of this solid on account of weak van der Waals force. On account of weak van der Waals force is called as a physical adsorption. So between the gas molecules, this here gas molecules is adsorbate. The gas molecules are adsorbate. So the molecular species which are accumulating on surface. What are the species? Molecular species which are accumulating on the surface. The accumulating species we are calling as adsorbate. The material on surface of which adsorption takes place is called as adsorbent. Here charcoal is adsorbent. The charcoal is adsorbent, gases are adsorbate. So these are accumulating on the surface of this charcoal. Gas molecules are accumulating on the surface of charcoal. So these we are calling adsorbent. This is adsorbate. So between the adsorbent and adsorbate, between them the force of attraction. Between the adsorbent and adsorbate, nothing but between the gas molecules and charcoal, there is a force of attraction is there. That force of attraction is none other than a weak van der Waals force. Weak van der Waals force. Van der Waals force. So there is a weak van der Waals force exists between the adsorbate and adsorbent, or nothing but weak van der Waals force exists between the gases and charcoal. Charcoal is a solid, these are the gases. So between the gas molecules accumulate, if accumulation of a gas on the surface of solid occurs on account of weak van der Waals force is called as physical adsorption. The physical adsorption is also called as physisorption. Is also called as physisorption. Now let us write the definition of physical adsorption. If accumulation of gas, on surface of solid, accumulation of gas on surface of solid occurs on account of weak van der Waals force. Weak van der Waals force. Weak van der Waals force. The adsorption is termed as The absorption is termed as a physical absorption, are also called as a physisorption, So this is the definition of physical absorption. Next, characteristics of physisorption. In that, first one is lack of specificity. The first one is lack of specificity. Physical absorption is not specific in nature. The physical absorption is not specific in nature. The meaning of this statement is, I am taking a closed container. So this is the closed container. In this closed container, I am taking a charcoal. So this charcoal is a solid. It is nothing but adsorbent. It is adsorbent. Suppose I am taking oxygen gas in it. So this oxygen gas can adsorb on the surface of this charcoal. Right? Instead of oxygen, I am changing the gas chlorine. So I am removing the oxygen, in the place of oxygen I am taking chlorine. So chlorine will gets adsorbed. So instead of chlorine I am taking, suppose carbon dioxide I am taking. The carbon dioxide will get adsorbed. Instead of carbon dioxide chlorine, I am changing the gas is sulfur dioxide, or I am changing to hydrogen, or you can take ammonia. Whatever the gas you can take in this container. So whatever the gas you can take in this vessel or closed vessel, these gases will adsorb on the surface of this charcoal. Here charcoal is adsorbent. These gases are adsorbate. So the gas molecules are getting adsorbed on the surface of charcoal. Whatever the gas you can take. That means adsorbent does not show any preference of gas. Whatever the gas will come, that gas will get adsorbed on the surface. So the adsorbent does not show any preference of gas. So that we are calling it as a lack of specificity. So the gas is not a specific. Whatever the gas you can take, that gas will get adsorbed on the surface of charcoal. So this physical absorption is a lack of specificity. Nothing but it is not specific in nature. So the reason behind it is the force of attraction between the adsorbate, nothing but gases. The force of attraction between the adsorbate, nothing but gas molecules, and adsorbate, nothing but charcoal. So between them is the force of attraction is weak van der Waals forces. The weak van der Waals forces are universal forces. So that if you take in any gas, between the gas and this adsorbent, the van der Waals force is arises. Because of the presence of van der Waals force between any gas molecule and this adsorbent, the gases will get accumulate upon the surface of this adsorbent, nothing but charcoal. So that this physical absorption, in that physical absorption, the first characteristic feature is it is lack of specificity. That means the physical absorption is not specific in nature. Simply you write as it is not specific in nature. This is the point. It is not specific in nature because the force of attraction between the gases and adsorbent is universal. Van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces are the universal. So any gas you can take between the gas and adsorbent, the force will be get automatically arises. This is the first one. The second one is nature of adsorbate. Nature of adsorbate. The physisorption, nothing but physical absorption depends upon the nature of gas. Here adsorbate is absorbate, nothing but gas. So physical absorption depends upon the nature of gas. The physisorption depends upon nature of gas. Then the amount of gas adsorbed on the solid, depends upon nature of gas. And another point is the gases, easily liquefiable gases are readily adsorbed. So the gas is easily liquefiable, then the gas will get readily absorbed. Otherwise the gases have high critical temperature, those gases can easily get adsorbed. So what is this point meaning is, I am taking a container, same container, this one only can take so here I am taking charcoal. So this is charcoal, nothing but adsorbent. So I am not rewriting this is charcoal, nothing but adsorbent. Suppose I am taking sulfur dioxide gas here. I am taking a sulfur dioxide gas. Here I am taking hydrogen gas, two different gases I took. This is one gas and this is another gas. Now the question is which gas absorb very strongly, that is the question. So this is physics option depends upon the nature of adsorbate, nothing but the nature of gas. So which gas is absorbed very strongly, that gas we have to find out. So this one is the gas with high critical temperature. So among these two, the critical temperature of sulfur dioxide, critical temperature of sulfur dioxide is 630 Kelvin. Critical temperature is 630 Kelvin. The critical temperature of hydrogen gas is 33 Kelvin. 33 Kelvin. So the gas with high critical temperature, can easily liquefiable, can get absorbed on the surface. So surface of this charcoal. So if you compare sulfur dioxide and hydrogen, you can, in terms of molecular sizes also you can tell. So if you compare the sizes of sulfur dioxide and hydrogen, the sulfur dioxide is large size when compared to the hydrogen gas. So larger the size, there is a large van der Waals, extent of van der Waals force is more. So the sulfur dioxide has more van der Waals forces when compared to the hydrogen gas. So more the van der Waals forces, the gas will get absorbed very easily upon the activated charcoal. So by taking the critical temperature, by taking the liquefaction of gases, we can identify that which gas is going to get absorbed very easily upon the activated charcoal. Now let us take the point. The first point is it depends on nature of gas. The physical absorption depends upon nature of gas. The second one is the amount of gas. The amount of gas absorbed. The amount of gas absorbed by a solid depends on nature of gas. That depends upon nature of gas. The third one is the easily liquefiable. Easily liquefiable gases. Easily liquefiable gases, nothing but they have high critical temperature. High critical temperature. They have high critical temperature, are absorbed easily, absorbed readily, and absorbed readily. So this is nature of adsorbate. Second one. Third one is reversible nature. Reversible nature. Physical adsorption, nothing but physics option is reversible in nature. So I am taking solid plus gas. So this is reversible. Get a gas slash solid. So interface between the gas and the solid represented by slash, or you can take hyphen also. So plus will get heat, plus heat. Now if you look at this, the solid, so the absorption process, physics option process is a reversible process. I am taking an example, I am taking a closed container. This is the closed container. In this closed container, I am taking a metallic rod. Imagine this is a metallic rod, or you can take charcoal also, no problem. In this I am taking a gas molecules. Then what I am doing is I am increasing the pressure. So pressure is increases, then automatically volume is going to get decreases. We very clear this point. So when the pressure is increases, volume is going to get decreases. When the volume decreases, the amount of gas absorbed on the surface of this adsorbent increases. So the accumulation of gas molecules on its surface is going to get increases. If decrease the pressure is decreases, then automatically volume is going to get increases. The volume increases automatically, then reversible process. What is the gas accumulated on the surface, then will come outside. then this is a reversible process. When the pressure increases, as a result, volume is going to get decreases, so accumulation of gas is going to get increases on the surface of adsorbent. The pressure will be going to get decreases, pressure is decreases, volume increases. When the volume increases, then what is the gas molecules absorbed upon its surface will get come outside. So it is reversible in nature. So physics option is reversible. What is the statement is it is reversible. Reversible in nature. Simply physics option is reversible in nature. And the fourth one is surface area of adsorbent. The physics option or physical absorption depends upon the surface area of adsorbent. The extent of absorption increases with increase in the surface area of adsorbent. What is the meaning of this statement is, suppose I am taking a metallic rod. Imagine metallic rod. So this is a metal. So this is the surface area available for the adsorption. So this is the surface area is available for adsorption. Then what I am doing is this metallic rod I am dividing into finely powdered form. So making it in the form of a particles. Then when we make the finely powdered form of this metal, the surface area increases. When the surface area increases, the extent of absorption is going to get increases. So here in this case, only the particle present upon the surface, only this surface particles, only this surface is involved in the absorption. The surface particles surface. But in this case, the particles present inside this solid does not involve in the absorption. So what is the particle present inside this solid? This metal does not involved in absorption. Only particles present on the surface, these will involved in the absorption process. But if you make them into powdered form, the particles present inside also will involved in the extent absorption. As a result, the extent of absorption is going to get increases. So the finely powdered form has a large surface area. As a result, the extent of absorption is going to get increases. So physical absorption depends upon surface area, surface area of adsorbent. The extent of absorption increases with increasing the surface area. That is the statement you have tried. This is very important. The extent of absorption, the extent of absorption increases with increase in surface area. Increase in surface area. And the physics option depends upon surface area of adsorbent. It depends on surface area of adsorbent. It depends upon surface area of adsorbent. So this is the fourth one. And the last one is enthalpy of adsorption. Enthalpy of adsorption. The fifth one is enthalpy of adsorption. In that point number 1. So physics option is an exothermic process. Look at here. So here is heat is liberated. Heat is liberated in the sense we have to call it as exothermic process. Absorption is an exothermic process. That is physics option is exothermic process. Heat is liberated. So this is the point number 1. The next one is in physics option, enthalpy of adsorption is very, very low. It is around 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. So enthalpy of absorption is very, very low. The value is around 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. And another important point is the absorption increases, temperature is decreases. When absorption increases, the temperature is going to get the temperature is decreases, absorption is going to get increases. That means low temperatures are favorable for physical adsorption. So these 3 points we have tried. Point number 1 is it is an exothermic process. Physics option is exothermic process because heat is liberating. This is the point number 1. And the point number 2 is the enthalpy absorption is low, that is 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. And the third point is low temperatures are favorable. So low temperature favorable for physical absorption. So the points relating to the enthalpy of absorption I will write here. In that first point, it is exothermic. It is exothermic process. It is exothermic process. This is the point number 1 relating to the enthalpy of adsorption. The second point is enthalpy of adsorption. Enthalpy of adsorption is low. Enthalpy of absorption is low, that is around 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. Enthalpy of absorption is low, that is around 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. The third point is the low temperature favorable for physical absorption. Low temperatures favorable, low temperature favorable for physical absorption. Physical absorption. So these are the 3 points relating to the enthalpy of adsorption. So this is the characteristics of physisorption. In that the first one is lack of specificity, the second one is nature of adsorbate, third one is reversible nature, and the fourth one is surface area of adsorbent, and the fifth one is enthalpy of adsorption. So this is physisorption, characteristics of physisorption. Next, chemical adsorption. This is the second one. Chemical adsorption. The chemical adsorption is defined as when gas molecules or atoms are held to the solid surface by chemical bonds. The adsorption is termed as chemical adsorption. What is this point meaning is, I am taking a metallic rod. So this is a metallic rod, imagine, and if the gas is reacting with oxygen, I am taking this gas is reacting with this metallic rod. So they will form oxide. So this is nothing but adsorbent. So what is the solid we are taking? Metal, that is adsorbent. Here gas I am taking oxygen, this is adsorbate. Adsorbate nothing but here is gas. So adsorbent is solid. So here between this metal and oxygen there is a formation of a chemical bond between the adsorbate and adsorbent. So between the adsorbate and adsorbent chemical bond is formed. Chemical bond. That chemical bond we can take as ionic bond or covalent bond. That may be ionic or covalent. That may be ionic bond or covalent bond. So here between the adsorbate and adsorbent chemical bond is formed. So in such case we have to call as a chemical adsorption. The chemical absorption is defined as when gas molecules or atoms are held to the solid surface. Held to the solid surface by chemical bonds is called as a chemical adsorption. It is also called as a chemisorption. That is the definition. When gas molecules or atoms are held to the solid by chemical bonds. Chemical bonds, the absorption is termed as chemical adsorption. Chemical adsorption. And chemical absorption is also termed as chemisorption. Chemical absorption is also called as a chemisorption or chemical adsorption. And another important, what is the main difference between the chemical absorption and physical absorption is physisorption. In the case of chemisorption, there is a formation of a chemical bond between the adsorbent and adsorbate. So between adsorbate and adsorbent, chemical bond is formed. In the case of physisorption, what we learned is we are taking a gas we took a closed container, in that we took charcoal. This is nothing but adsorbent. This is adsorbent, and we took the gas. So suppose I am taking O2 gas. Here also I am taking O2. So between this gas is a adsorbate. This gas is adsorbate. Then what is the common difference between the chemical absorption and physical absorption? You can take here is chemical bond is formed in the chemical absorption, but in the case of physical absorption, between the adsorbate and adsorbent, there is a simply force of attraction. That force of attraction is nothing but weak van der Waals force. Weak van der Waals force. Weak van der Waals force is arises. So here is adjust is because of weak van der Waals force between the adsorbate and adsorbent. Here is adjust is because of the formation of chemical bond between adsorbate and adsorbent. So this is definition of chemical adsorption. When gas molecules or atoms held to the solid surface, solid by chemical bond, the absorption is termed as chemical adsorption. It is also known as chemisorption. So this is the definition of chemical adsorption. Next, characteristics of chemisorption. In that, first one is high specificity. The first one is high specificity. Chemical absorption or nothing but chemisorption is highly specific in nature. The chemical absorption is highly specific in nature. It will occur when chemical bond is formed between adsorbent and adsorbate. What is the meaning of this meaning is, I am taking a transition metal. This is the transition metal. Transition metal I am taking, and this transition metal, reactive metal I am taking, this transition will react with oxygen. So between the oxygen and this metal there is a formation of oxide. So oxygen react with transition metal, it will form oxide. So between the oxygen and this metal, here in this case this is nothing but what? Adsorbent. This is adsorbent. Here oxygen gas is nothing but what? Adsorbate. Adsorbate. So between the oxygen and metal, between adsorbate and adsorbent, there is a formation of a chemical bond. So because of the formation of chemical bond, this is a highly specific nature. So all the gases do not react with these transition metals. All the gases do not react. So those will react. They can show the chemisorption. So that it is highly specific nature. You can take hydrogen gas also. So hydrogen gas can accumulate on the surface of this metallic rod. Hydrogen gas accumulate on the surface of this metallic rod and form hydrides. So oxygen form oxides with transition metals, and hydrogen form hydrides with transition metals. So between the hydrogen and metal there is a formation of chemical bond. Between oxygen and metal there is a formation of a chemical bond. Simply between adsorbate and adsorbent there is a formation of a chemical bond. So that formation of chemical bond, this is a highly specific in nature. All the gases do not react with the transition metal. So those will react, they can show the chemisorption. So the first point relating to it. What is the first point is it is highly specific in nature. It is highly specific in nature. This is the first point. And the second point is it will occur. It will occur if chemical bond formed between, it will occur, chemisorption will occur if chemical bond is formed between adsorbent and adsorbate, formed between adsorbent and adsorbate. So between adsorbent and adsorbate, a chemical bond is formed, then only chemisorption is possible. So that it is highly specific in nature. And the second is irreversibility. Chemisorption is irreversible. It is irreversible nature. So why it is irreversible? Because between the adsorbent and adsorbate there is a chemical bond is formed. I am rewriting adsorbate and adsorbent. So between them there is a chemical bond. chemical bond. If you want to make it reverse, we have to break this chemical bond. If we break this chemical bond, then only the reaction will be reversible. So the breaking required high energies. So it is irreversible in nature. Chemisorption is irreversible due to the formation of a chemical bond between the adsorbate and adsorbent. That is the statement we have to write. It is irreversible. That means chemical adsorption is irreversible in nature. Simply it is irreversible because we have to break the bonds between adsorbent and adsorbate. And the third one, surface area. Surface area of adsorbent. Third one, surface area of adsorbent. So here also the surface area increases, so the extent of adsorption is going to get increases. So the surface area increases, the extent of absorption is going to get increases like physical absorption. This point is similar to the physical absorption. In physical absorption also the surface area increases, so the extent of absorption is increases. So finely divided form has a high surface area. As a result, the finely divided form has a large extent of absorption. Even in the case of chemisorption also, the extent of absorption increases with increasing the surface area of adsorbent. That is the statement regarding it. Extent of absorption increases with increase in surface area. Increase of surface area of absorbent. Surface area of adsorbent. So in simple words, it depends on surface area of adsorbent. It depends on surface area of adsorbent. Depends upon surface area of adsorbent. This is the third one. And the fourth one is enthalpy of adsorption. Enthalpy of adsorption. So here the enthalpy of absorption is around high. There is a high enthalpy of absorption. The value is around 80 kilojoules to 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. So the enthalpy of chemisorption is high. So it has a high enthalpy of chemisorption, that is 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. In the case of physisorption, that is around 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. But in the case of chemisorption, the enthalpy of absorption is 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. And another important point is the high temperatures are favorable for this enthalpy chemisorption. The temperature is increases, the extent of enthalpy is going to get, so temperature increases, the extent of chemisorption is going to get increases. So high temperatures are favorable for chemisorption. And opposite we have to take for physisorption, the low temperatures are favorable for physisorption. So here is a high temperature. So what is the first point is the enthalpy of adsorption is high. It is around 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. So first point, enthalpy of absorption is high. It is around 80 to, I already wrote 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. And the second point is high temperature is favorable. High temperatures are favorable. High temperatures are favorable for chemisorption. High temperature is favorable for chemisorption. So this is characteristics of chemisorption. This is the characteristics of chemisorption. Next, comparison of physics option and chems option. This is a very important question for PU's examination. Now I am taking a physics option one side and a chems option another side. First I am taking a physics option. And another side I am taking a chems option. Chems option, here is phase option. Now first point in physics option, it arises because of van der Waals forces. It arises because of van der Waals force. It arises because of van der Waals forces. In chems option, it is caused by chemical bond formation. It is caused by chemical bond formation. It is caused by chemical bond formation. Already we discussed in physical absorption between the adsorbent and adsorbate there is a van der Waals force arises. And in the case of chems option between the adsorbent and adsorbate there is a chemical bond formation. It arises because of van der Waals forces. It arises because of chemical bond formation. This is the first comparison. The next one is it is not specific in nature. It is not specific in nature. In the case of chemical absorption, chems option, this is the first point. Chemical absorption, second point, it is highly specific in nature. It is highly specific. So why it is not specific? Because between adsorbent and adsorbate, van der Waals forces is there. Van der Waals force arises between any gas molecules and adsorbent. But in this case, if the gas is able to react with adsorbent, then only they will form the chemical bond. So it is highly specific. All the gases do not react with the metals. So those gases will react with metal. They can show the chems option. But in this case, there is no bond formation between the gases and that metallic, that what we are taking absorbent. So just van der Waals forces arises, then physics option is possible. So this is not specific and it is highly specific in nature. This is the second comparison. The third one is it is reversible. It is reversible in nature. It is simply reversible. In the case of chems option, it is irreversible. Irreversible. It is irreversible. So this is another comparison between physics option and chems option. It is reversible. It is irreversible. And the fourth one is the enthalpy of adsorption is low. The enthalpy of adsorption is low. So there is a low enthalpy of absorption. It is around 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. Enthalpy of absorption is very low. That is around 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. But in the case of this one, enthalpy of absorption is high, or simply high enthalpy of, in chems option there is a high enthalpy of absorption. It is around, we can take 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. Enthalpy absorption is 80 to 240. Here 20 to 40. Here is 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. So this is one comparison. And another one is it depends on nature of gas. The physics option depends upon nature of gas. Easily liquefiable gases adsorbed readily. easily liquefiable gases are absorbed readily. So that means the gas which high critical temperature they can absorb very easily. In this case it also depends upon nature of gas. It also depends on nature of gas. It also depends upon nature of gas. In this case the gas can react with adsorbent show chemisorption. The gas can react with adsorbent. The gas can react with the adsorbent show chemisorption. So because the chemisorption is due to the formation of a chemical bond, the gas is react with adsorbent, then chemical bond is formed, then only chemisorption is possible. So in this case it depends upon the nature of gas. Easy liquid gases are absorbed readily. Here is a van der Waals process. Then this is the fifth one. Sixth one, low temperatures are favorable. So for physisorption, the temperature is low, the physisorption is favorable. But in the case of chemisorption, so high temperatures are favorable. In this case, sixth one, high temperature. High temperatures are favorable. So in the case of physisorption, the temperature is low, then physisorption is favorable. If the temperature in the case of chemisorption, the temperature is high, chemisorption is favorable. This is the sixth comparison. Seventh one, it depends on surface area. It depends upon surface area. The surface area increases, extent of absorption is increases. It depends on surface area. Surface area increases. Absorption increases. In this case, seventh one, it also depends upon the surface area. Surface area increases, extent of absorption is increases. It also depends on surface area. Nothing, surface area of adsorbent. So surface area increases, absorption is increases. Surface area increases, absorption increases. And eighth one, it results into multimolecular layer on adsorbent surface. Under high pressure. Here eighth one, it results into unimolecular layer only. So here adjoining surface multi layers are formed. Here only one layer is formed in chemisorption. So these are the some comparison of physisorption and chemisorption. Next class I will come out with another continuation topic.